Some people look at something and see only junk, but to others, it's an opportunity. An old car, heavily rusted, worn down almost beyond recognition. The body is corroded, the paint peeling off layer by layer, and the engine has long stopped working. For most people, its fate is already sealed, sent to a scrapyard, crushed into pieces, and recycled into something else. But there is one man who sees it differently. While many believe recycling is the best solution, to him, it feels like a huge waste. Not just a waste of the car itself, but of the craftsmanship, engineering, and history it carries. On top of that, recycling a car takes a lot of time and can cause serious harm to the environment. So he chose a different path. Instead of destroying, he restores. Instead of ending the story, he gives it a new beginning. This man dedicates his time, effort, and passion to bringing cars back to life. Cars that most people would have already given up on. From abandoned, rust-covered shells, he sees potential that others fail to notice. And that's where the journey begins. The restoration process is far from easy. It requires patience. First, the car is completely taken apart. Every part is carefully removed. Rusted components are cleaned, repaired, or replaced when necessary. Next comes the frame restoration. This is one of the most important steps because if the frame is weak or misaligned, the car won't be safe. Every detail is adjusted carefully to bring it back to proper condition. Then comes the engine. A machine once considered dead is taken apart and checked piece by piece. Damaged parts are replaced, and usable ones are cleaned and restored. Everything must work smoothly again, but it doesn't stop at making the car run. He also brings back its appearance. The old paint is removed, the surface is treated, and a new coat of paint is applied. When it's finished, it's hard to believe it was once a rusted wreck. The most impressive part is not just the result, it's the journey. Every car has its own story. It may have belonged to a family or carried memories from long trips. When it is restored, it's not just the car that comes back to life. Those memories do too. What this man does is more than repair. It's art. In a world where things are easily thrown away, his work reminds us that not everything old is worthless. With patience and dedication, something forgotten can become something incredible again. It also helps protect the environment by reducing waste and extending the life of what already exists. From a rusted, nearly unusable car, he creates something remarkable, functional, beautiful, and full of life. Now, let's see how this incredible restoration happened. At first glance, this man's mechanical workshop might surprise you. It's not a large facility with modern production lines, nor is it filled with expensive, high-tech equipment. Instead, it's quite small, and the tools may seem simple, even somewhat rudimentary. But don't let that appearance fool you. Because while the size of the workshop may be small, its working capability is anything but. Right in this seemingly ordinary place, heavily rusted, worn-out cars are brought back to life in ways that are truly impressive. And that reveals a simple truth. In restoration work, modern machinery is not the deciding factor. The most important element is the human behind it. Skill, years of experience, and above all, creative thinking. Not everyone can look at a severely damaged car and imagine how to bring it back to its original condition. But for this man, every rusted surface, every broken part, is like a problem waiting to be solved. And he solves it not only with technical ability, but also with flexibility and creativity. If a tool isn't available, he makes one. If a part can't be replaced, he finds a way to restore it. If he encounters something unfamiliar, he experiments, adjusts, and finds a solution. That's what makes the difference. That's what creates breakthroughs in his work. Looking at this car, anyone would agree that the level of damage is extremely severe. The body is heavily corroded, many parts are nearly beyond repair, and the mechanical systems are badly worn. In this condition, restoration is not just difficult, it demands a great deal of time. Most people would probably give up right from the start, but not here. For the team in this workshop, this is not just a pile of scrap metal, it's a challenge worth taking on. Every step of the process is carried out with precision, from disassembling each part, removing rust, restoring the frame, repairing the engine to refining the final appearance, every stage requires intense focus and near-perfect accuracy. Even a small mistake could affect the entire result. That's why this is not something that can be rushed. Given the condition of this car, many people would assume it would take months to complete the restoration. And honestly, that's a reasonable guess, because turning something that's almost beyond saving into a fully functional, visually appealing machine has never been easy. But sometimes, the most surprising results come from the most unexpected places. With his experience and unique approach, this man might just change the way you think about how long a job like this should take. So what do you think? How long will it take to fully restore this car? Will it match our expectations? Or will it completely surprise us? Leave your thoughts in the comments. I'm really curious to hear what you think. To help you clearly see the difference in working styles, let's shift our perspective to a completely different environment. If earlier we were looking at a small mechanical workshop with modest scale, this time we're stepping into a large garage where everything operates in a far more professional and systematic way. Now let's take a look at the restoration process of an old, heavily rusted car, but this time inside a large-scale workshop. From the very first glance, the difference is obvious. The space is wide and well-organized, divided into multiple specialized areas. Each section is responsible for a specific stage: disassembly, frame repair, engine restoration, and final painting. Everything is arranged in a clear, logical, and highly professional manner. Unlike a small workshop where a few people might handle everything, here there is a much larger team. Each person has a specific role. One focuses on the engine, another specializes in the chassis, another handles painting, and many other departments work together like a complete production line. All employees wear uniforms and proper protective gear. This not only creates a professional image, but also ensures safety throughout the entire process. Because in a large-scale operation like this, following procedures and safety standards is essential. But that's still not the biggest difference. What truly stands out is the machinery. If a small workshop relies on simple manual tools, then here, everything is on a completely different level. Large garages are equipped with a wide range of modern machines, some of the most advanced technologies available today. From hydraulic lifts that make it easy to access the underside of the car, to electronic diagnostic systems that can detect even the smallest issues, and professional paint booths that ensure a flawless finish. All of these contribute to higher efficiency and greater precision in every step. But it's not just about the machines. The people here are highly trained as well. Most technicians have formal education in automotive fields and continue to receive hands-on training to improve their skills. They don't just understand theory, they are also highly skilled at operating advanced equipment. Because in this environment, knowing about machines isn't enough. You have to master them. You have to know how to use technology to achieve the best possible results, and that requires a combination of knowledge, skill, and real-world experience. One piece of technology that really impressed me is laser rust removal. Instead of grinding, sanding, or using chemicals like traditional methods, laser technology can remove rust quickly, precisely, and with minimal impact on the metal surface underneath. With just a laser beam scanning across, the rust is almost instantly gone, leaving behind a clean metal surface ready for the next steps. This truly is a breakthrough in automotive restoration and repair. It not only saves time, but also raises the quality of work to a whole new level. Looking at how a large workshop operates, you'll notice that everything moves quickly, accurately, and in perfect coordination. Multiple processes happen at the same time, significantly reducing the overall completion time compared to traditional methods. However, that doesn't mean small workshops are inferior. Each model has its own strengths. Large garages excel in technology, processes, and speed. Meanwhile, small workshops stand out with flexibility, creativity, and a personal touch in every project. And it's exactly this difference that makes the world of car restoration so diverse and fascinating. So what do you think? Between a small, creative workshop and a large, high-tech garage, which one do you think delivers more impressive results? Leave your thoughts in the comments. I'd really love to hear your opinion. If it came down to a choice, most people would probably prefer a large, modern mechanical workshop, a place equipped with advanced machinery, professional processes, and highly skilled technicians. Just hearing that already creates a sense of trust, because people naturally believe that with better conditions, the results will be better. But in reality, things aren't that simple. Behind that modern setup is a massive operating cost. A large garage requires significant investment in high-tech equipment, facilities, and the training and maintenance of a highly qualified workforce. All of these factors add up to a very high cost. And of course, that cost is reflected in the service prices customers have to pay. That's why not everyone can afford services in this segment. And that is exactly why small workshops still exist and continue to grow, because they have a very clear advantage: reasonable costs. Without the need for expensive machinery or a large workforce, small workshops can offer services at prices that are more accessible to the majority of customers. For many people, this is a far more practical choice. Sometimes customers don't need cutting-edge technology, they just need their car to be repaired properly, to run smoothly, at a reasonable price. And small workshops can absolutely deliver that. In fact, if you look at it more broadly, this isn't just a story about the mechanical industry. It reflects a very common principle in society. There are always different social levels, from lower income to middle class to upper class. And along with that comes the segmentation of services. Each segment serves a different group of customers with different needs, budgets, and expectations. There's no right or wrong, only what fits best. Someone with strong financial means may be willing to pay more for faster, more advanced, and more convenient service. Meanwhile, someone else may prioritize saving money, choosing a solution that is sufficient but still reliable. And both choices are completely valid. That's how the market works. Each workshop, whether large or small, has its own customer base. Large garages serve customers who value speed, advanced technology, and high-level professionalism. Small workshops are better suited for those who value flexibility, reasonable pricing, and sometimes a more personal, trustworthy connection. Neither is absolutely better than the other. They simply serve different needs. And it is this diversity that keeps the market balanced and thriving. If everything were large garages, costs would become a barrier for many people. On the other hand, if there were only small workshops, it would be difficult to handle complex technical demands that require advanced technology. That's why the coexistence of both models is not accidental. It's necessary. One represents progress and modernization, the other represents flexibility and accessibility. Both exist to serve different needs within the same society. So when it comes to choosing between a large garage and a small workshop, the real answer is not which one is better, but rather which one is right for you. How much are you willing to spend? Do you value speed or savings? Do you prefer advanced technology or experienced craftsmanship? Each answer will lead you to a different choice. So what about you? Do you agree with this perspective? Leave your thoughts in the comments. I'm really curious to know which side you're on. I believe that for those who work in the mechanical field, or simply have a passion for cars, being able to witness the full restoration process of a heavily rusted old vehicle, transformed into something almost brand new, is truly an incredibly impressive experience. It's not just repair work, it's a journey of revival. From a vehicle that once seemed beyond saving, every part is carefully taken apart, cleaned, restored, and reassembled with precision. Each step requires patience, skill, and a genuine passion for the craft. And then when the car is finally completed, when the engine comes back to life, when the fresh coat of paint shines under the light, that moment is hard to put into words. It's the feeling of success, a sense of pride after all the effort, and a powerful reminder that not everything old has lost its value. With enough dedication and persistence, even the most unlikely things can become possible again. That's probably why restoration videos have such a special appeal. They're not just entertaining, they're inspiring. They show the value of effort, creativity, and determination. If you love mechanical work, you'll definitely understand that feeling. And if you're new to this world, I hope this video has given you a fresh perspective, one that helps you see these machines in a more interesting and meaningful way. And who knows, maybe after watching this, you'll start to appreciate them a little more. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Your support is the motivation for me to continue creating more content in the future. Wishing you happiness, positivity, and lots of joy in your life. See you again in the next video. Thank you so much.